The dream of Warsaw begins around the year 1300. What was once an outpost on the edge of the wilderness is now to be defined by law. Duke Boleslav II hands over the parchment that will change history forever. With the granting of the city charter, Warsaw ignited into a period of dynamic growth and rapid expansion. In the year 1413, Duke Janusz the Elder officially transferred the capital of the Duchy of Masovia to Warsaw. But with the death of the last Masovian duke, King Sigismund the Old accepted their homage and Warsaw joined the Polish kingdom. Queen Bona Sforza brought a vision. She planted the seeds of the Renaissance and Warsaw was no longer a provincial outpost. It became the golden heart of the crown. The blueprints for Europe's greatest union are being drawn here. This was more than a legal preparation for the Lublin Act. It was the birth of the Commonwealth. On the fields of Warsaw, history is made. Witness the first free election where the nobles of the Commonwealth chose their own destiny. After the fire at Wawel Castle in Krakow, the newly elected king moves permanently to Warsaw. This city now becomes the new administrative heart of the kingdom. During the Swedish invasion, Warsaw is systematically looted and burned to the ground. A city of thousands turns into a graveyard of ruins, stripped of its soul and treasures by the invaders. Between the ashes of the deluge and the hope of the Great Parliament, Warsaw rose again, not as a fortress, but as a beacon of enlightenment and elegance. Warsaw reaches its peak with Europe's first constitution, a brilliant flame burning brightest, just before the final darkness. The Massacre of Praga claims 20,000 lives. A year later, the final partition erases Poland from the map for 123 years. After the tragedy of the partitions, a genius was born. Chopin lived and first performed in Warsaw. Then came the Time of Uprisings, an era of defiance that turned the streets of Warsaw into a fortress of the Polish spirit. City refused to give up and continued to thrive. It saw the completion of its first iron bridge across the Vistula, finally connecting both banks and the Praga district. Warsaw Philharmonic was built entirely through the private donations of Polish patrons. Against all odds, at the start of the 20th century, Warsaw became a European metropolis. Pilsudski arrived in Warsaw to seize power. As the Great War ended, Poland regained its independence. The capital became a place for the manifestation of Polish identity. The Battle of Warsaw secured Poland's sovereignty and halted the spread of communism into Europe through a crushing military victory. Before the start of World War II, Warsaw boomed under Szczecinski presidency. Germany invaded Poland without a declaration of war. Colluding with the Soviets, the city went up in flames. The occupation began. A tragic time arrived once again. Germans built Europe's largest ghetto in the heart of the city. Imprisoning 400,000 Jews, 300,000 were deported to the Treblinka death camp. people couldn't endure the terror. They fought for dignity, choosing defiance over submission. Germans burned the entire ghetto to the ground. Warsaw rose against its occupiers. For 63 days, insurgents fought with superhuman courage, but the uprising ended in a tragic defeat. 200,000 civilians were killed, and the entire city was leveled to the ground. Red Army, supported by Polish forces, entered the ruins of the city, ending the German occupation and beginning Soviet dominance. When Warsaw was in ashes, Jan Zakwatovich used secret blueprints to lead the impossible reconstruction of the old town, giving the city its soul back. The Palace of Culture and Science was a double-edged symbol of power and progress, forever redefining the skyline of a reborn city. Students in Warsaw rose up for freedom and culture. The regime responded with brutal force. Polish Pope John Paul II came to Warsaw. His powerful words on Victory Square sparked a revolution of spirits. Warsaw's streets surged with courage. Thousands stood united for liberty, proving the Polish spirit remains forever unbreakable. The round table talks took place in Warsaw. Accelerated by the collapse of the Soviet Union, they paved the way for a free Poland. Opening the metro was a start of an urban revolution. It tore down borders and shaped the modern capital. Demolishing the old bazaar arena to build the new national stadium was the ultimate symbol of Warsaw's rebirth, turning a relic of the past into a world-class emblem of a modern metropolis. Through the darkest pages of history, Warsaw never gave up. Today, it stands proud as the resilient capital of modern Poland.